Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. And I'm finally getting around to posting a video on how to collect one of my favorite mechanical pets in the entire game. And this is going to be available to all three specs of Hunter here in World of Warcraft. And it's going to be the Iron Destroyer. It's actually, the Iron Juggernaut. I keep saying that, I keep putting Destroyer, Juggernaut interchangeably there. Either way, it's an amazing mount and amazing pet. So this is the original 6th boss in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid. And throughout this run, you have to do a couple of things before you can actually tame this. Because you have to actually build the bot to tame it. So what you need to do is you need to go ahead and take out the 6th boss, get some parts, and then you'll take out Blackfuse, which is either boss 10, 11, or 12. And then also you need to get a paint bucket. I'll show you where all the paint buckets are. I'll show you how to easily take out each one of the bosses. And then, yeah, I absolutely love these guys. The green one is what I have on Mechanome right now. I'm sure I'll cut interchangeably between the characters. And then I also want to pull out the blue one real quick. So then this is the blue one. So we saw the teal. So it's teal, blue, green, and then a grayish version. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So all that out of the way, the raid that you need to go to is going to be found out here in Mists of Pandaria, all the way down here. I keep wanting to go up. In the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, make sure you're in the old version and not the new version. So if the Black Empire is here, this is not the right one for you. And then you come over here to the Siege of Orgrimmar raid entrance, which is going to be down here. You cannot do this on LFR, so just save yourself some grief and some time. You cannot do it on LFR, but you can do it on normal or mythic, since heroic no longer exists, because this is the raid where mythic was officially born. So we'll go ahead and show you guys which bosses you need to kill to get the parts, where all of the paint cans are, and then also I will put an entire run. So if you're unfamiliar with Siege of Orgrimmar, you've never done the raid, it is a long raid, I will go ahead and do a start to finish run with minimal talking, and it will be found down in the description of the video. So what the heck, I've talked too much already. Let's go ahead and jump into collecting these parts to get our amazing pets. So I did want to test something and see if I could actually get another of the Juggernaut parts and power cores, since they are not unique items. So these were items I had in my bag for a long time, so let's see if I can go ahead and get another one. And by in my bag, I mean in my bank for the longest time. So I can. So you can actually get multiple. So you can only do this one time a week, obviously, but for some reason, let's say you forget to, use the paint bucket or something like that at the end of the dungeon if you're trying to get the very last one, and you hearth out, well, you can do it next week and it's not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and keep on heading up to the first paint bucket. Okay, so we've taken on the Dark Shaman and we've moved down here into the Cleft of Shadow, and this is where the first paint bucket is going to be of 4. And after you defeat the Doom Lord, this is after, like I said, after you take on the Dark Shaman and just before you go down to take Nazgrimon down through the Ragefire Chasm entryway there, you go up the ramp here and to the left. And the first paint bucket is going to be right here, which is for the green paint bucket. So you'll just pick this one up, and you do just have to make sure and have at least one of either the pile of Juggernaut parts or the Blackfuse's power core. But as we saw earlier, we can actually have multiples of these, since they are not unique items. So let's go ahead and continue to clear through the raid itself, and then we'll go ahead and pick up the next couple of colors for your new pets. Alright, so we're after the next paint bucket. So we just took on Malkorok. You're going to go ahead and follow out of Malkorok's room and then down into the wolf pens below. So that's where Malkorok was. Came over this way, we go down to the right and then come into this room. And then we come over to this brazier here, and there is the paint bucket. So I am going to go ahead and pick this guy up here. And then that way, this will actually get me the blue version of the Juggernaut, which I'm really, really excited about. So excited, in fact, I actually deleted 2 pets just to get 2 different colors of the Juggernaut. So let's go ahead, we'll put the pets together at the very end of the video, but let's go ahead and go to the next paint bucket. Alright, so the next paint bucket is in the artifact storage area during the Spoils of Pandaria fight. In fact, I just took on the fight. And then in this section here where I'm standing will be the other paint bucket, or at least 3 of 4 paint buckets, I should say. So this one is going to be for the teal paint. I'm going to go ahead and pick one of those up. And now let's go ahead and grab the next paint bucket, the 4 of 4, and then go take on Blackfuse and finish this video up in style. Alright, so we got to Blackfuse here, which is the boss that drops the last piece that we need. So let's go ahead and go pop, pop. Get that. Oh, I remember getting that achievement back in the day. It was not fun. I'm going to go ahead and loot there. And now we have Blackfuse's power core. So here, now that I have the paint bucket, I can actually create the core, and I can create the entire Juggernaut to basically then drop down on the ground, and then you can tame it. And that's pretty much how this works. Again, if you are a gnome, a mecha gnome, or a goblin, you do not need to have learned the Legion item that we talked about earlier, the Matrix item, to be able to tame mechanicals. But we will go ahead and create this guy here. I'm going to come in here on several other different characters so you guys can see the color options. But here I'm going to go ahead and use bucket of green paint, because green is the one I wanted on Mecha Gnome. And now I have an item called the deactivated green Juggernaut. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy down here. And there we go. So we have officially a green version. I love this one. This one's my favorite one. The blue one's a pretty close second. But let's go ahead and tame this guy. Not really going to do much damage to us there. And there we go. So we have our first of many, I'm sure, Juggernauts here on the channel. We're going to go ahead and cut through here a couple of times. Cut and splice several different runs so you guys can see all the different paint canisters, their locations in the dungeon, and then what the final product looks like. Alright, and the very last paint bucket is on the way just after you take on the Paragons of the Galaxy, on the way to Garrosh himself. And so it's going to be behind, when you're coming down the pathway on the left, there'll be a bunch of boxes about right here on the map. And then there is the final bucket of gray paint that you need. So that's going to be all 4 paint buckets and their locations. Best of luck to you guys whenever you are here. It takes about 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how good you are at getting through here if you want this very last paint bucket. So just be sure, keep at it, and let's go ahead and end this video in style. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Eggplant. This is going to be the last big pet video for a little while as I get ready for my 10.2 Marksman Hunter guide. I've been working on that for a little while now. And then also I will have some 10.2 pet taming videos as well. I hope you guys will check that out. But again, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think I should name each and every one of my pets. And will you be going after any of these? Be sure and let me know down below. Thanks for watching.